Wait for some people to get inside the room. Got some things to talk about. That you can see from the title. It's gonna be a real talker. So I'll wait for a few people to come on in the room. Yeah, make sure I'm looking good for the camera. Then get that little strand down. Man, it's a lot going on in the world today. A whole lot going on. It's like folks have plumbed and lost their mind. What's up, Cold Pepsi? How you doing? I'm doing well. I'm doing just fine. Thank you for coming. First time seeing you here. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate it. Wait for a few people. Oh yeah. All right. Well, welcome. Pull up a seat. you know. Yeah. It is just some different stuff going on. What up, Lions Den, my man, bro? I'm so glad to see you here. I don't know if I've ever seen you here before, but man, appreciate you coming through. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah. All right. I'm looking, staying out of the way. I know what you mean. Anyway, I guess I can go and get it started. Got about 3 people. Man, as you can see from the title, it is a lot of drama going on, and it's like it's getting worse. I mean, things are just going on YouTube, and we already know what's going on in the real world, but the stuff that's going on in the social media, it's like it's literally a virtual soap opera. You got the latest thing I've heard is I'm not going to even get into I'm going to get into the other stuff like the latest thing with Jay-Z, but I'm going to talk about one of my main things is that you know how you have an issue with somebody, how you have a problem with one particular person, and how you should just keep it with that person. Well, now it's like the new thing that's going on, and I'm sure it's probably been going on, but lately, the thing I've been hearing lately going on is like folks are now dragging people's children into the mix. People's kids are being drugged into it. And that right there, to me, that's just downright cold. First of all, I don't care what kind of issue you might have with me, that's fine. Let that be me, between me and you. But if you bring my children into it, now I don't have children, but I'm just speaking out. If you bring, what's up, James? You bring my kids into it, then that's something else altogether. And yeah, Cold Pepsi, it's taking it too far. See, I mean, there was a time where folks' families was off limits. It was a certain honor, even among criminals. There used to be some kind of honor. You didn't bring up the person's family into it. But now you're dragging people's newborn babies and children and stuff, and I'm like, okay, what kind of dark-hearted, low-down individual do you have to be to bring a newborn baby into an issue? I mean, what does that have to do with what kind of problems you have with the parent of this family? And the world, this is just another sign of how evil this world is getting, of how evil and corrupt that man's nature is toward their fellow man. And the nefariousness and the treachery of it just gives you just a basic understanding of humanity as we see it. It is one of the signs at the end of time. It's one of the prevailing issues that we're dealing with. It is coming to a boil. I mean, I'm hearing people talk about children's physical defects and all sorts of issues, and I mean that's like talking about a handicapped person because of their handicap disability. First of all, If you don't know anything about that person, why would you want to even bring them up? You don't know nothing about people like that, and you want to bring this person up because you have an issue. Two black men murdered on 89th in South LA, huh? Yeah, I know what you mean by that too, James, and it's sad. I mean, but it is still a prevailing. This is just the debase and the ever decreasing nature of man, of humanity as we see it. And you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because see, this is one of the things that we can't blame this on white supremacy. We can't blame this on racism. Does racism maybe play a part in it? I don't know. But I don't think I'm not going to say that it does because what you do to a person based on what their children are and because you have an issue with them, that has nothing to do with race. That's just being you as a cold-blooded person. Yeah, I agree, Kai Watts. Some people do bring their children on camera, and I think that could be detrimental also because children should be protected. Children are innocent. There should be a there's certain parameters. There should be a boundary that should never be crossed. As a matter of fact, I covered this yesterday in a video, but YouTube, you do realize YouTube is under new leadership and under new guidelines, and they're not putting up with a lot of stuff. Actually, they're getting even stricter, and they're going hardcore at certain kinds of content and certain types of behavior. And I really can't even blame them for it because I think YouTube should be a safe experience for everyone. It should be a fun experience. The fact that we can get on here and do broadcast quality type of streams and communicate with people, to me, I mean, there's something to be said about that. I don't take this for granted. I don't take this lightly. I mean, to me, this is really a privilege to get on here and be able to talk to you all. I mean, many of you all are like across the planet, across the earth. What's up, cool gent? Across y'all, everyone say hello to each other. Support each other's channels too. I don't have no problem with that. I mean, with anybody, first of all, I'm gonna break it down. I'm the real Aaron Collins. Anyone that comes onto my channel, if you see somebody you want to talk to, by all means talk to them. By all means get to know folks. I'm cool like that. But anyway, what was I saying? I was saying that when you have issues with people, when you have these, oh yeah, I was saying that YouTube is cutting down on a lot of stuff, and I think YouTube is not really a bad platform when it comes to that. Are there some things that YouTube does that kind of bother me a little bit? Well, of course, but as far as this is concerned, as far as what we get to do, as talking about information and spreading things, I think this is a privilege. This is a great thing. And it doesn't need to be regulated. I mean, I even found out that at the end of the year, that Google Hangouts is going to be completely gone. See, right now, Hangouts can still be used for back chat type of stuff. That's not on YouTube, but now I think at the end of the year, that's going to even be gone. So we need to start utilizing these other platforms anyway. See what else? Oh, I wanted to mention that I'm not one of these drama channels. I'm not one of these channels that gets on here and just likes to put people on blast. That gets on here and talks about folks. That's not what I'm about. I don't like that type of behavior. I'm not about that life. I'm not with that. Now, do I follow people who have engaged in these types of activities? I do. There are some people on here that I still like that they have their. But my thing is this. I may have, there are so many different content creators on here that I am following. I mean, I think the people who I'm following here are well within the amount. It's like well within the thousands. And yeah, appreciate that, cool gent. I think I'm well within the thousands of the number of people who I'm following. I mean, heck, I forget so many of these people's names. I mean, it would take a person coming up for me to remember that I'm following them. Anyway, you say you got a few of these people who may not like each other that I follow. Okay, well, that's fine. I mean, but that's for them to work out. See, I'm not the type of person, I don't like to choose sides either. If two people have an issue with each other and I'm cool with both of them, my thing is this: I would hope that they would work their issues out and so we could all get along together. But at the same time, that is not, I realize and recognize that's not my fight. That's for them to work out. I would love for them to work it out, but if they don't work it out, life goes on. That's something we have to deal with. Something I have to deal with. But sorry, y'all, keep playing with my hair and all that. Anyway, that's about. I mean, and sometimes YouTube. I mean, content creators, they take these beefs too far. Sometimes it goes so far to where it actually leaves YouTube or social media, for that matter, altogether, and comes into real life. And sometimes the consequences can be detrimental. And by that I mean deadly, or not necessarily even deadly, but serious enough to where people could either be hurt or go to jail in real life. And it begins to wonder, like, man, you mean to tell me that this started out on YouTube, this started out on Facebook, this started out on whatever platform you're on, and people couldn't squash it? That's why I don't understand when people say stuff like they're gonna pull up on people. See, that's how a lot of these rap beefs get started. They're talking about they're gonna pull up on folks. Like, you just had recently a young rapper named G Money got killed, and he was part of a clique called TRF, and he got into it with some other people. I think that had something to do with NBA YoungBoy, and there was a tragedy that wound up out of that. Something that could have easily been squashed. Something that could have been just taken care of overnight. Cooler heads could have prevailed, and folks could have said, "Listen, man, let's stop this. Let's come together." But see, the thing is that people don't want to have the peace. They don't want to end it because drama is what's marketable here. Drama sells. Drama is what keeps people on their toes. It's what keeps folks glued to screens, unfortunately. They don't want to come to something that's going to be beneficial, that's going to be talking about some real, what's up, Ray Z, how you doing? That's going to be talking about some real consequences, some real substance, something that's going to really educate and teach people something. That they don't want that. That people want to flock to the mess. People want to flock to the stupidity and all the other things that mean nothing. And that's the unfortunate part. Like I was saying before, I'm not with the drama. The only time I like drama if it's on the silver screen. I like it when it's in movies or TV shows. Yeah, I mean, people who are... Yeah, exactly, cool gent. It divided someone I was close... Yeah. And that's sad. And that's sad. And it is so sad. I remember when I first started doing YouTube and stuff like that, I would get triggered because people would say things about me, and then I would even respond back to the trolls. And then after a while, I began to realize, and someone else helped me to realize, that why respond to trolls? And I had to think about that. I'm like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You don't even have to respond to them. You can simply just ignore them. Because basically what trolls do, is that they're making you more popular. They're making you more relevant. When your name is in someone's mouth like that, that means that they can't go through life without mentioning you. So basically what you're doing is you're keeping them afloat. They're not keeping you afloat, you're keeping them afloat. And I realized that. That's why I've seen some on some channels, on some videos, where people will make 4 and 5 videos about one particular content creator, and it makes you think that, man, they're making an awful lot of videos about this person. So this person is basically renting space in the troll's head. So let them keep making all the videos. People can make all the little silly videos they want to make about me. It's just only making me more popular. So Kaiwa said, what I don't understand is black YouTubers want to dox other blacks. They don't like but won't dox those KKK members, for example. That beef between Tommy Sotomayor and Tariq Nasheed was unnecessary. You know what though? Yeah, Kaiwa, you have a real good point. It's like it's part of the divide and conquer strategy. They've caused us to hate each other so much to the fact that we will get on YouTube and dox each other. Basically, doxing is like the new beef. It's like the new hit 'em up, so to speak. It's kind of like what Tupac did with Biggie, with hit 'em up, and that's basically what doxing is. And doxing even goes as far as putting people's addresses and stuff, like they're putting out where their kids go to school, and that's going too far. Now you're basically with that. What's up, Redbird? How you doing, my brother? Basically, with that, you're really stepping into a hot pan, because once again, it goes back to what I was saying before, bringing people's families into the mix. So that's what that all boils down to. So another thing I want to talk about. I didn't think I would have to mention him before again, but some of you all may know, in case of those of you who don't, Jay-Z's once again back in people's faces, but this time it's over a statement that he made, alleging to the fact, saying that the reason why all these police shootings, this police brutality, is because of single black mothers. And that really ruffled a lot of feathers, which I don't blame them, because for him to make that statement, it's a very asinine statement. It's like, basically, like you mentioned before, these are Tommy Sotomayor's talking points he was following. You want to talk about blaming the issues of the black community on single black women, when a lot of these black women didn't ask to be put in this situation. Now, are there black women who don't want to be with a black man, who want to mistreat the black boys? Yeah, there are some out there. Okay, and then there's the other way around too. There's black men who do the same thing. But you also have a lot of black women out there who are single by circumstances that they didn't create. A lot of these black women out here, at least a lot of ones that I met, they don't want to be. Oh wait, y'all can't hear me? Y'all can't hear me? Uh-oh. Let's see. I don't know what's going on. All right, how about now? Everyone put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Oh, okay, cool. All right, good. Awesome. Thank you all so much. All right, awesome. Yeah, what I was saying, a lot of these black women are in this situation over circumstances that they didn't create. They didn't ask to be single. A lot of them are trying to be mom and dad, and trying to provide a house, trying to provide a living, trying to provide food, and at the same time work a job. It's not easy. And I've met black women that are in that position. This is not to say that other races of women don't go through that, but I'm keeping it core. I'm keeping it focused on black women, because this is a community that I'm part of. So, but a lot of he ruffled a few feathers when he made the statement that he made. He upset some people, and of course you're gonna have folks that are gonna defend him. Unfortunately, a lot of them were black men that defended this type of behavior, But as I've stated before, when he came under fire for the whole NFL thing, is that Jay-Z never had a vested interest in propelling the black community forward to begin with. So what he says really shouldn't surprise anybody. And that's not me throwing shade at Jay-Z. I'm just saying that it was never his goal or intention to do anything for the black community. So that shouldn't be a surprise. So what else is going on? I mean, it's like one thing I would say about, in addition to doing this, once again, I said I'm glad to be able to utilize platforms such as YouTube or Facebook Live, IG, and all these other avenues. But at the same time, it's also, and this is just a byproduct of it, it's giving license to people to want to show their ass, so to speak, to for stupidity and for other things. It's giving license to folks to want to, basically a lot of coward stuff, because once you get on these platforms, it's giving you the ability to hide yourself, your anonymity when you hide. What's up, Screw? How you doing? Thank you, Screw. Hey, everyone. This is Screw. He does some great videos. He just did a stream today on how to edit video. Y'all should check him out. Everyone support that brother. Anyway, black women have nurtured us. Black women are the nurturers of our community, and we should be giving them more respect. Now, I've always come under fire, and I suspect that this again, somebody's going to probably hear this stream, and I'm going to probably come under fire again. I've been being called a simp. I've been called all sorts of things. But you know what, though? Once again, it is keeping me in the spotlight, because you know what? I refuse to be a part. What's up, Rob the Nia Show? How you doing? I refuse to be a part of the problem. I want to be part of the solution. And yeah, but what I was saying, let me not lose my train of thought. A lot of these platforms have given license to a lot of cowardly behavior. Because see, take YouTube for example. It gives you the ability to have an avatar or to use a different name. And then you can get on here and you can say all the type of stuff that you want to say, because no one knows who you are. Now, if you're as such a so bad as you say you are, as you think you are, that means, well, you shouldn't have to hide behind anything. You should just come out and be what you are. But see, it's a lot of cowardice. It's a lot of behavior out here that a lot of people condone. Screw says, I am still editing, about to finish soon. I am keeping you right on my tab and listening at the same time. Okay, cool, brother. Cool. So, yeah, I wanted to just talk about these things. I mean, this is just one of the things that's happening. Like YouTube beefs have always been going on ever since I think YouTube has been going. And somebody mentioned earlier the beef between Tommy and Tariq. That was a few years ago. I remember that. Matter of fact, I actually wanted to be a mediator. I wanted to bring those guys together, because these are the best examples. Tariq Nasheed and Tommy Sotomayor both have some pretty large platforms. They have some really big platforms, and they're very well known. Either one of them by themselves could do something in the community that's that could be an asset to the community. Imagine if the both of these guys came together, put their platforms together. I think we could change a lot of things in the black community overnight. I really do. Matter of fact, at one time, I do understand, and and know that at one time Tommy and Tariq were actually cool with each other. But you know, things happen, people fall out, and it is what it is. Now, of course, that's in a perfect world. But like I said before, yeah, I know I'm name dropping. I know I am. And I'm just doing that just to prove a point because their names were brought up and they're actually really well known. I mean, I don't have a problem with none of these guys. I've actually met Tariq here in LA and in person, and I've talked to him. He's a pretty cool guy. But I just wanted to mention that a lot of things that's happening on here. It's a lot of that is like talk show type of behavior. Like remember in the days when Jerry Springer was one of the top shows that was on air, people get on there and say Jerry. But all these shows, they really count on us, and I'm talking about us as black people to get on there for their ratings. They love it when we get on here and we air out our dirty laundry, and when we talk about one another, when we fight on stage. They love it there. Case in point, the recent chicken debacle between Popeyes and Chick-fil-A. I mean, they love when black people get on there and just make a fool of themselves. Because once again, it's part of ratings. They love the ratings. Hey Monique, how you doing? What's up, Zero Kelvin, my brother? What's going on with you, man? Oh, everyone say hello to Monique and Zero Kelvin. These are some good people, good folks. Everyone get to know each other. I'm just gonna keep talking, but they love it. They count on us to get on there and embarrass each other, talk about each other's moms, and that's what they love. That's what drives up the ratings. What if we were to get on somewhere and decide that we're gonna do something positive and something powerful? Would they follow us then? See, all of this stuff here, all of these behaviors, is all part of that divide and conquer mentality. It's all part of that it's all part of that same agenda and propaganda to keep us divided and keep us hating on and going in on each other, and at the same time worshiping them. See, that's how we have to play it. See, basically what's going on is that they've been playing chess since the dawn of time, and we're playing checkers. And to this very day, we're still playing checkers. Hey, Silks BB Scratching is in the building. Everyone say hello to Silks. Everyone hit Silks up. Follow her. She's got a good channel. Silks, say hello to everyone else. Yeah, I mean that's what it all boils down to. We got people coming up here. They love it when we get on here and just make a fool of each other. Like, I'll go another example. The music industry, particularly hip hop. I grew up in a time where we had groups like Public Enemy, X-Clan, the Coup, Paris. These were groups that sang about uplifting of the black community, groups that sang about black unity, black power, groups that sang about loving black women. These were the groups I grew up on. But see, now that's been replaced by the kill 'em, the destroy type of music. Now they got music that's talking about some, yo, let's go kill this whole ass nigga and all that stuff. That's the type of music that they want to hear. They want to hear stuff now about destroying the community because that's what's marketable. That's what sells. They don't want to hear about how you can be a better person or how you can love your black sister and the queens. They don't want to hear that no more. Yeah, poor righteous teachers. Yeah, Monique. Yeah, thank you. I mean, they don't want to hear that no more because that's not what's selling. And once again, it's all part of the same cycle of divide and conquer. It's the same cycle, but a different method of doing it. They don't not put it this way. Nothing has changed. It's just the way of doing it. They do it the way they do it. It's changed. The same idea, different method of implementing it. So, anytime when we hear this music and stuff about killing one another, and then you hear some brother go out there and shoots somebody else, some young black man goes out there and shoots another young black man, we stop and ask, well, let's see, what could have influenced him to do it? Because they say that music soothes the savage beast, and that music is pretty much like the Pied Piper. Well, could have been something he was like listening to, something that he soaked up and ingrained inside of his mental capacity that caused him to go out and do that. See, you gotta learn to be. This is all psychological. One thing you can do, there's a way to get into people's heads, and you know what? The music is it. And the same thing could be said with a lot of this rock music, this heavy metal music, this Satan worshiping type of music that will go out there and cause a lot of them to go out mass shooters and stuff like that. But see, they don't focus on that a lot. They focus on what we're doing. And what's going on is that we're giving them the ammunition and to focus on us. We're giving them a reason to focus on what it is we're doing. We're giving them the tools to hold us down and to aid in our detriment. We're aiding basically in our destruction. We're aiding in them putting all these rules and all of these laws and stuff that constantly oppress us. Cool Gen 87 says R&B haven't been the same either. No more love in the songs or substance. Yep, you are absolutely right. I certainly do agree. Now all it is about one night stands and smashing. That's basically what it is. It's all about taking her to the hotel. How come we don't have music that talks about a commitment, that talks about putting a ring on someone's finger? I remember like back in 2011 or 2001, I think Jagged Edge made a song. I remember this song called Let's Get Married. See you at the altar in your white dress. I remember that. And they made that song. That song got a little bit of play, but then they hurried up and snatched it off because people don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear nothing wholesome. They don't want to hear about something that, once again, that uplifts. They don't want to hear about something that's going to talk about, they want to hear about talking about getting the draws and find them and F them and flee. I mean, NWA made a song called Find Them, F them and Flee. I'm not going to say, y'all can pretty much know what the F word is I'm talking about. But what's up, Cap? My man Cap PY2, I love you, brother. I miss y'all, man. I miss you, Cap. I miss Silks. I miss all of y'all. Y'all, this is Cap PY2. He's got a really good channel too. This brother's very informative. Talks about survival and training and stuff like that. Y'all support that brother. Anyway, they don't want to hear music like that. They don't want to hear something that's gonna talk about having a family. They want to talk about, okay, find this chick, then smash her, then move on to the next one. It ain't no fun unless the homies can have none. They don't want to. First of all, it's a lot of brothers that I'm cool with. I love y'all. Y'all like brothers to me. But when it comes to my woman, I'm not sharing her with nobody. This is my woman, okay? You gotta get your own. Talking about some bros before hoes. Well, see, that's the problem. Too many of y'all want to deal with hoes and not real wholesome women. Matter of fact, I'll even get you a lady. But see, a real lady is gonna have some class and some substance. It's not gonna put up with a lot of the BS that a lot of these dudes put up with. That's what a real lady is all about. You know, that's what a real lady is all about. A real lady is gonna make you step up, and she's gonna really hold you accountable for some things. So yeah. But yeah, I know the title is I named the title this for a reason. So much drama, because it is so much drama going on online. You still, to this very day, got got black men and black women. And you know what? I'm not saying that nothing like that doesn't go on in other sectors, but I'm keeping it true to the so-called black sector. You know, I do have this question though. How did that terminology even come about? Come about? We should do shoot cool, Jen. I would love to do a show with you. Yeah, I would love to. How did that terminology even come about? The black sector. I mean, why do we have to have a sector? It's like, why? I mean, why do we have to? Why do we have to be categorized and sectioned off? I mean, how do we? Why do we have to have all of these different? I don't know, these different terms and things like that. Yeah. All right, cool, gent. See what we can work out. Exactly, I mean, why do we have to have all of these different when it comes to us? I just don't get that. But and when it comes to there's some black people on YouTube that have some common sense that do speak, that are positive and speak on things from a from an intelligent perspective. I know plenty of them. Not everybody in black YouTube is always talking about. We don't all talk about things such as hood rats and hair-headed hooligans and stuff. You know, we don't always do that. Like, take me for example. Anytime when I get on this platform, you're gonna always hear me talk about something positive, something that's gonna encourage people. Something I'm gonna be firm, but you're gonna always hear me talk about something that's gonna be some substance. And even if there's some things that you don't necessarily agree with, there's a way to agree without disagreeing. There's a way to talk about something that's not gonna offend folks, even if you don't necessarily agree with it. I mean, you don't have to agree with certain lifestyles, but don't dog a person because, like, I was listening to Pharaoh said that last night, and he was hitting on some really good points about something. He was talking about how everyone came under fire over Malik Yoba's recent confession. Now, and he was saying that people saying all sorts of things about him, but he's still a black man, and how he would still protect him for the simple fact that he's a black man. And I would have to agree with that. I mean, he may have his preferences. I may not necessarily agree with his preferences, but still, I'm not going to go out there and mistreat him. I'm not going to go out there and dog him and throw him to the wolves because of his stance on things, because of how he stands on when it comes to the issue of trans people. I'm not going to do that. I mean, listen, I have a trans friend. That's my friend, though. And I'm like, listen, when me and my friend, when we were hanging out, that's my friend. I'm going to be there for my friend. Yeah, exactly, Cap. Just hang out with positive brothers and sisters. But the problem is that too many times, and I think I said this before, as a people, we're always too busy majoring in the minors. Majoring in stuff. For one thing, it's too many people in folks' business. That's why it's so much drama. It's too many folks in people's business. Get your own business. Get out about other people's business. Stop worrying about what other people are doing. If it concerns you that much, pray for them. That's what I would do. Say a prayer for this person. Because, you know, it's just too much going on. Too much going on out here. Too much going on out here. And I'm gonna say this much too. This might throw some people for a loop, but if you want to be a content creator on YouTube, this is actually the best time to do it. This is probably the best time, if any, to be a content creator. I'm going to say this again. I know YouTube in the past have seemingly targeted black people. I know it does seem to do that. This is still actually one of the best platforms, and you really can't really beat this platform when it comes to a lot of things that they allow you to do as a content creator. I mean, okay, so what? They got rules set up. Okay, follow the rules, follow the community guidelines. It's all right, but real talk, you don't want your channels. I mean, I've seen people's channels getting snatched, and it's not really a good thing. I mean, I'm really thankful that I'm able to be able to talk to people on such a wide scale. You can still share information. It's just certain words and terms that they won't allow you to use. Okay, that's fine. Do that. See, people think, oh, I got freedom of speech. We do have a freedom of speech, true enough. But even with a freedom of speech, you still have to watch what you say. I mean, what is that? The Miranda right says, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. Okay? That's not what that's saying, is that you don't have a right to free speech. You do have a right to free speech, but what you say with your free speech, they're gonna hold it against you, and they're gonna bring it back to you. I mean, even the Bible says that he that keeps his tongue keeps his life. I'll probably paraphrase that, but it does say something to that ilk. So, even with your free will, even with your freedom to do whatever, you still have to be careful. It's that simple. And I don't want to sound like I'm preaching to folks, even though sometimes I do that. I mean, my name is, after all, Aaron, and Aaron was the high priest, so it is what it is. But you know what, y'all? It's just that it's just so much going on in the world today. This is not the same world that I was growing up in as a kid. Things have really changed. Things have changed a whole lot. And the more you stand up and take notice, the more you're alert of what's going on, I think the more you can learn. See, let all this be learning lessons for all of us. Hey, what's up, DJ? What's going on with you? DJ Vibez? You know, let this all be learning lessons. Let this all be reasons for us to get up and learn something. Don't let what's going on in the world be a reason for us to just be in a panic. Because y'all, you can't panic and stay hidden from the world. I mean, the world is still the world. It's gonna be okay. I mean, there is still hope. Everybody relax. But yeah, it's so much drama. I mean, I remember that the drama used to be on the talk shows, and then the music. I remember this whole I grew up in the time where you had the whole East Coast West Coast thing, where you had rappers going against each other. I mean, and then the rap beefs turned more serious. Then they got real serious. I mean, when we lost Biggie and Tupac, that right there should have opened up everyone's eyes. They're saying, oh wait, man, these folks are taking this rap beef and stuff a little bit too much. So it's like social media has now replaced the rap beef. What's going on with you, Ross? Shalom to you too, Queen. I mean, that's what it all boils down to. Hey, De Silva. That's what it's all boiling down to right now. These beefs are getting way out of hand, and they're getting out of control. Like I said, that's why I don't even bother to address the trolls no more. Anytime when you address the trolls, you're basically breathing life into them. You're giving them more fuel and more ammunition. That's what it all boils down to right now. That's what it's that's what happens. I mean, leave these folks alone. Let these folks do what they do. Appreciate everyone that's coming into the channel, coming into the chat. Everyone support the channel, man, at paypal.me/The Real Aaron Collins. Also, the Patreon is up. I'm working on it, but it's up now. Support it too, patreon.com/The Real Aaron Collins. I say this all the time, y'all. I'm going to continue to keep saying it. But, yeah, I agree, Kyle. Some people are professional trolls. Actually, you also have paid trolls. They literally get paid to just sit up there and cause and run amok and cause ruckus in the chat. That's literally what they do. But what I wanted to say is that I've stated this before, but when it comes to these platforms, what is wrong? I don't see anything wrong with financing the platform. I would do that to everybody. I would. Okay, cool, Jen. When I get the chance, I will. Whenever you get, I mean, as soon as we start talking about stuff like finances, it's like people get up in arms about it. It's like you put somebody, you took their firstborn, or you cussed them out because you asked them for some money. But you don't have the same type of problem with these infomercials when they ask for money. Yep, paid flaggers, yep. Exactly. Just ignore them. Simply ignore them. Because once again, really, like I said, they're really just giving you more life and more popularity. So, I did, a matter of fact, I know I did a live stream about this before, that all a troll is an online hater, a virtual hater. A virtual hater, that's what they are. You can't do nothing. So yeah. So Cap says, I'm waiting for laptop parts to arrive so I can go live again. Cool, Cap. Yeah, keep us posted definitely, man. Matter of fact, bro, I'm gonna probably give you a call. Answer your phone. Ross says, they will flag anything even if you clean up your content. They'll go over music in the background, follow you in chat rooms. It's real crazy. But like we said, that these are professional trolls. Oh, no sound again. All right, everybody. Hold on. Give me a 1 if y'all can hear me. Okay. I don't know why the sound keeps going down. See, y'all, I'm so glad you brought that up, Cool Gent. This is another reason why we should finance each other's channels. See, when you owe these finances, that goes to buy stuff like laptops and cameras. See, right now, I am literally using my phone. I've been using my phone. We need cameras. Oh, thank you so much, RAZ. See, that I want to get a camera. Because a phone can only do so much. I've said this before. At the end of the day, it's still a phone. A camera that's what a camera is for. To get on there, to get in front of and talk to people. So yeah, I mean, this is what this is all about. This is what this is all about. I mean, we need to, and I don't see nothing wrong with your channel being another way to just make some income. Now, I mean, if you can get all these drama, if some of these drama channels can come on here and cause ruckus, and they can get super chats and talk about people and talk about black women's hair and weave and stuff if they don't have no substance, but they can get money. Well, how come positive people like us can't get it? I'm just saying, because it's just not it's not right. And this is not me hating. I mean, this is not me hating at all. People should all be able to make money, by all means. But how come it can only be for some people and not for others? That's all I'm just saying. But the thing I originally was speaking about, and this is very serious, is bringing people's kids in the mix. There is no way in hell that you should talk about a person's children if you have a problem with that person. But it's happening. It's happening on YouTube when people have beefs with each other and they talk about somebody's kids. Brother the Nubian, what's going on, man? How you doing? I'm glad to see you. That is a real serious issue right there. You talking about folks' children because you got a problem with that person, instead of being the adult and actually even ending this whole beef, you want to take it one step further and bring in their kids, bring in their families, doxing folks. I heard of stuff about folks, stories about people even maybe going to people's children's school and stuff like that. And I'm like, something like that will get you hurt. Something like that will get you hurt, messing with people's children. That's just being real right there. That will literally get you hurt. Yeah. And as far as what these celebrities are doing, these black celebrities, there are some celebrities I do follow that I like, but at the same time I have enough sense to realize that a lot of them are not for the community. Now check this out. I was actually watching something today, Power 106. It's a radio station here in LA. I was seeing a video clip from them. I will say this: they went out there and did fed the homeless. They went to the LA mission. Nick Cannon was actually with them. Nick Cannon was actually feeding the homeless at the LA mission today. Now there are some celebrities that do have a heart and that will get out and do something in the community. Some black celebrities will do that. So I'm not blaming all of Hollywood. I'm not blaming all entertainers. But there are some of them that will actually go out there and do that. Will do something in the community. And for those who do, like Nick Cannon did, I salute them. I salute them. I mean, even when Nipsey was still alive, Nipsey did try to do stuff in the community. He really did. He tried to bring some initiatives and some stuff in the community. But unfortunately, people only remember. Okay, yeah, I will, Cap. Yeah. On your happy liquid, huh? I got you. Yeah, but there are some that do it. Yeah, some of them do it anonymously too. But there are some that do get out there and just be out there and be in front of the people. I salute them too. I support them for those who are doing that. I got a lot of love for people who do things like that too. That's not to say I don't have love for the other ones, but I realize that a majority of them are not for the community, and they're gonna do what they do. Can't fault them for that. Can't be up in arms about it. It is what it is. But yes, Rye, you are absolutely right. It's about taking time out. That's all. It's about taking time out. But when these beefs go too far, when these what's up, Kendrick? Kendrick Celestine's in the building. What's going on with you? And these folks go too far and don't know when to stop. That's when it becomes real detrimental. It becomes very serious right there. And y'all, it's not worth it. That's why it's good to be the bigger person. Let cooler heads prevail, and you decide to be the one. Hey, listen, I'm gonna squash this. Because if I don't squash it, it won't be squashed. And that's just what it all boils down to. Somebody being big enough to say, listen, this is silly. What are we arguing about? Now, if the other person wants to still be bitter, if the other person wants to still have beef, then let that person have beef. But as for me, I'm going to go on and end this, and I'm going to go on with my life. And that's what it's all about. What is that Cap says? Cap PY2 says, oh, okay. Yeah, Cap was talking to Rock. So yeah, it's I mean, people want to beef because, once again, it's marketable. It's what sells. It's what makes records. It's what causes the ratings to soar. It's what's in today. It's what's popular. To see who you can drag, to see who you can mistreat, to see who you can dominate, to see who you can dog. That's what it's all about. See who's the biggest and the baddest. Yeah. I mean, that's what it all boils down to. I don't have time for that. I mean, I learned that lesson a few years ago when I actually did a video. I did a video about a guy, a YouTuber, another content creator. He actually came on one of my streams and said something about me, and I did an entire video about him. And that right there, I shouldn't have done that. Someone actually brought that up to me, saying that yeah, I shouldn't have did that, and they were right. Oh, side note, everyone, let's keep the folks in the Bahamas in our prayers. Now, a lot of them, they were devastated by Hurricane Dorian. Keep them in our prayers, everyone. So remember them. Whatever you do, let's remember them. These are some more of us, people that look like us. They're devastated. And also, let's keep in our prayers Kevin Hart, for him to have a speedy recovery. Now, Kevin Hart was recently in a bad car accident. I think he's going to be okay. But yeah, just pray for him to have a speedy recovery as well. See, stuff like that, I just random. This is the stuff for also. I don't know any of these people, but that's me, y'all. That's me. This is the type of person I am. This is what makes me who I am. I'm not one of these types of people that stays behind in the four walls of the church. I like to actually try to get out and be in the actual world with people. Yeah. For all who've been affected by a storm. Because see, I know what it's like to deal with people who have lost everything in a storm. Many years ago, I actually went and helped rescue people. I went to New Orleans, Louisiana, and actually helped people during Hurricane Katrina. And I saw firsthand the devastation that was left behind, and I spoke to people that were affected by it. That's another story of mine. That's I don't think I've ever told that story before, but who knows? Maybe someday I will. But yeah, I got a chance to see firsthand and be the boots on the ground and speak to people. It was definitely a lesson learned. Kyle Watt says, I don't see anybody on the black sector making videos about Hurricane Dorian laying siege in the Bahamas. You know what? That's a good point. Actually, I think Lisa Cabrera did. I think she did. I'm not sure, but yeah, Kyle Watts, that's a good point though. You got a real good point. That's a real good point. I mean, yeah, you see people making videos about everything else, about about how black men need to travel and find women. I'm not trying to hear all that. I'm trying to, yeah, you got a good point though. Hurricane Katrina, I went to school who was with a refugee, who was a refugee from there. She never got her benefits. I met another family in Cali that was from Hurricane Katrina. Yeah, I hear you, Ra. But yeah, I went down there and helped with the rescue. I saw a couple of dead bodies down there too. So yeah, y'all, I was actually I was sitting there. I'll tell you a little bit of my story. So while we were I was living in Texas at the time, and the first place we went to we I was in Dallas. We went to Houston and spoke to some of the people there that were taking a refuge in the center where the football center where the Houston Texans play. There were a lot of people from the I don't even want to call them refugees. They're not from another country. A lot of evacuees from New Orleans that were taking up residence there. And I was speaking to them. We were talking to them, and while we were talking to them, y'all, I mean, I was getting a little bit affected and getting impacted by listening to the people. They were starting to kind of get to me because, man, just hearing how folks lost their families and lost their homes and stuff, I was doing everything I could just to keep from exploding and just losing it. I had to be strong, though. I had to be real strong. And for it, I mean, it's a good thing for me. I didn't ever have to. I don't think I had to go through any kind of counseling or anything. But I tell you what, if you listen to folks long enough who've been through something like that and experience what I experienced, it'll start to have an effect on you. But I held it together, and I was strong for everyone, and went and helped to rescue people. So yeah, that's probably the first time in life. That was probably the first time in life I could say that I put my life on the line for someone else. Yeah. No, Ra, it's all good, Ra. A lot of people. I was talking. I wasn't being snappy or anything like that, but there that was a term that they used in the news, calling them refugees. Last time I checked, a refugee though was somebody that was coming from another nation that was fleeing from some kind of political asylum or kind of tyranny or war from another nation. That's what I thought a refugee was. I mean, these people were actually part of the United States. So, but anyway, fam, man, I gotta wrap this up. And time sure gets away from you when you're just getting into something. But y'all, for those who are just coming in, the playback is up. Listen to it, y'all. Get into it. I got much love for every last one of you. I want to thank everyone for coming through. Code Pepsi, Cap PY2, Silks, Ra, Kai Watts, Cool Gent 87. Yeah, hey Cool Gent, I tell you what, I just going to give it to you. Oh, appreciate it. It's Aaron Collins 27 at Gmail. That's AARON COLLINS, the number 27 at Gmail. All one word. Yeah. So I feel you. We helped the Filipinos after a major typhoon as a young Marine. It was heartbreaking. Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say this real quick, but they went all that when that tsunami hit over there in Asia, they went out of their way to go out there to help them, and they went way across the world. But when it comes to Hurricane Katrina, when it came to black people, they drug their feet. That's why Kanye West made the statement that he made during that time. So yeah. But family, listen, I love you all once again. And you know what? I appreciate it, LMP. Oh, y'all, Life Machine Power, y'all. Let's give it up for my brother, Life Machine. Man, you just got out here, brother. Man, catch the playback. I'll probably stay on for maybe 10 more minutes. Hey everyone, this is LMP, Life Machine Power. This brother right here, y'all, support this brother. And y'all, hit up his channel. He's got some really good content. Um, I spent some time with this brother. I spent some time vibing with him. He's got a lot of good things he's got going over there in Canada. Um, and you know he's just doing his thing. He's putting it down. He's laying it down over there for Canada. So y'all talk to him and yeah, show him some love on his channel. But anyway, my family, I just thank everyone once again, y'all. It's paypal.me/the real Aaron Collins. PayPal.me/the real Aaron Collins. Also Patreon.com/the real Aaron Collins. And that's right, Cap. Everyone stay safe. Everyone stay safe, and most importantly, be alert. Don't panic. Don't be paranoid, but just be alert. Observe and see what's going on out here. And notice the times. That's one thing we don't do. We don't notice the times. I'm not saying don't go out and enjoy yourself. By all means, we want everyone to have fun, but safe doing it. You know, some of us are so caught up into going to the party and going to the club that we're not still sober-minded and focused on what's going on out here in this world. So, once again, everyone, I appreciate everyone coming through. Much love to everybody. Much love. Once again, everyone, you come in here and hit the playback, watch it. Lots of good information. Lots of good people come on through. And once again, y'all, thank y'all for getting me to where I am. Found out that I have over 1,000 followers, so that makes me an influencer. So that's I don't take that term lightly, and I appreciate that you all get me to this point. It's good to be an influencer, and I want to influence positively. I want to promote positivity, compassion, and I definitely want to promote God. I mean, that goes without saying. So I don't know what more to say or talk about. I'm sure it'll come back. I love every last one of you. I want to see you all again. It's going to still be up. Yeah. Hit that playback button. So I enjoyed you and everyone, and we'll return. Thanks for the good vibe. You're so welcome, Cold Pepsi. And Ross says, salute, cool, Jen. Okay, everyone's talking to each other. All right. All right, y'all. God bless you. Stay safe. Stay sober. And let's do this. Let's make some good content. All right.